complete the
Why not in the case of Paran Tarawally?
I don't tell you, say the president said they take action in the case of Paran Tarawally. What more do you want me to say?
All right. So is it that the president...
I'm not I'm not the president Pulam.
So is when I'm looking at advice about the case, we give it to Samoa for the, case in the United States will be also sooner.
It didn't court.
Okay, so you don't come to conclusion yet?
No. It didn't with the judiciary now.
All right. Well, later we'll be also see when I see them for pay some money and former President Koma. When I don't get the money then they?
No.
Why?
They're not paid.
Why? We're not been getting timeline for that?
You know, in a commission of inquiry, that money they come out.
Yeah. And
I don't tell you, say the commission of inquiry in the Attorney General's department get a responsibility for recover that money, not we.
Okay.
So it's not really within the ACC domain. Because the corruption issue, a lot of people, oh, commission of inquiry, ACC, no. Then particular one, then they, now, Attorney General's department, and get responsibility for them. So if they're not paid back yet, they want to ask Attorney General and in department. Then go explain.
Okay. Okay. You mentioned also about Paran issue, and before now, when I've been pulling a release way, when I've been say 10 months, and now I see when I say about 19 months.
Yes, you see, I make most times where investigations decide the public wants information.
Yeah.
And we can slow sometimes forget our information because forget information on things there, yeah? My brother, sometimes it's not easy. So we go to Parliament say you only work for 10 months. Now the preliminary investigations, information that we got. Oh, the pressure from the public, we say it's not 10 months. Remember, even when we come out later, we say now 17 months. But by the time we get all the information, including the notices all sent to our accountant generals, for sending vouchers, for sending payroll and everything, and the time now we get a full picture. And that takes weeks to do. So sometimes it can be difficult for we. We don't want to say anything because we know say this is preliminary, but the public wants information. Because again, if you don't get the information, they say, you don't want to do nothing, you don't want to do nothing, look up. Not because not clerk of parliament. But the true picture which we now have is a period of 19 months where Mrs. Abibatu Paran Tarawally worked, was on payroll, not really worked because the evidence was that she didn't really work.
Okay.
And she was paid a salary of about 7.6 million euros a month. And that 7.6 million euros a month, for that period, the calculation came roughly to about 151 million euros. And Honorable Paran Tarawally don't pay that full amount into the ACC.
Una check who say pull money there for paying quick?
No, no check.
Why?
Because we don't really get interested in who say pull the money. We want the money. But also we expect say you know go dig hole for cover hole. If not, we'll come back for you for that. So we are expecting that now you money or you go lend from family members. So
check who say people pull the money for payback?
No, no check.
Why?
Because it does not matter. We want the money.
All right. Welcome back, and we still say the president commend you for your work. But again, something come up where we see, like you mentioned again, Paran Tarawally in case now one of the issues and way prop up more than any other case, maybe because of the name, the position or whatever. And we see social media also then say don't get to talk with the president. We also see a video with them saying we get some party with some members of MPs with the president side and say we are reading the chant, say we want to clock back, and also you read and say you don't talk with the president. What's not the updates of that case in relating to the president in the discussion? Well,
like I always say, certain things that they were there within the domain of the president, and I don't get no plan and responsibility for usurper for the president.
Like in this case?
Like for example, in this case, the appointment, suspension, or disciplinary action against Honorable Paran before we charge him to court is not within the powers of the ACC. Okay? Section 34 of the ACC Act clearly states that only when we charge somebody to court, now with the right and say let that person they step aside, but we'll not charge it. Therefore, where this public always don't they say Ben Kefala they be selective, Paran Tarawally is still in the office. I have clarified that you are being unfair to us. That is not our true job.
Okay.
But I know President Bio is a man who is really committed to the fight against corruption. I know the conversations they all don't get in private. I know where issues of corruption can come. The ones that can get the opportunity for consult with them. I know how he feels about this thing.
Okay.
He's father of the nation. So obviously in your work difficult past even me own. Because there are many things he has to balance. But when these things happen, where the public don't talk, where I come so I get a meeting with him and we get a conversation. And clearly I know saying a man of action, and he tell me say yes, just like how he promised in that very video where they talk say he's for personally look into the issue and take action. He confirmed to me that he was going to look into it. So I cannot tell you what he's going to do, but I know that he's going to do something.
Okay, now again, some cases then the way you're not able to deal with, in your own domain according to what you say, like this one we gave a do to Paran?
No. I'm not saying I'm not able to deal with, not dealing with domain.
Okay.
We operate within law. And that law say not only when we charge somebody to court, now we can say let's step aside. So for example, Aisha Johansson, when I became commissioner back in 2018, she had been charged to court for almost a year. And that provision in the act was not complied with. I look into him, I say, no, Aisha Johansson, you have to go. The law says, if the law says, when they charge you to court, you can't remain in office. So then they use that case that they juxtapose that with the case of Paran. It's not the same.
Okay.
He was already charged to court, and the law had to be enforced, and I made sure it was.
So in this case of Paran...
But in Paran, we have not yet charged him, because we just do this investigation now.
Okay. So how long now do this investigation for do a charge?
It may take a month at least.
Okay.
It may take a month at least.
So, like how in WEF involves in Nodia, when I go call him in camp?
In WEF there.
Okay.
In WEF there on bail at ACC.
So before now, we not be the work, you not been in the country or what? How they be the pair, we not been there?
It be the day sometimes you not be in the country. It be the travel, but
okay.
It be the substantially in the country.
All right. So you say it will take a month for loan to charge that case?
It will take about a month, yes.
Okay. Maybe going back a little bit, you mentioned about Aisha Johansson and case, and then maybe so many other cases they don't come up with. I mean, a lot of people they look say, I mean, why on the, for example, like what you could say about, like you mentioned about selective justice, so people go say they look the opposition, they charge them or arrest them more than maybe people in the...
It's not true. The last time we call all political parties, journalists together to a press conference.
The right saga and one issue where people can raise a lot of times.
Yes, the right saga indeed, issues then come out when we make say, we do what we call a strategic retreat. But the strategic retreat was not because it was selective.
Okay.
It's because the Attorney General then took an action which shocked us. She refused to sign the document that would allow the matter to be tried by judge alone, and we do not want corruption cases to be tried by a jury.
Okay.
And we did not want to set a precedent. It's like a forester taking care of a tree, and one of them is infected by a disease. What do? You cut it down so that it does not become a contagion and affect the other trees. But does that mean it was selective? No. We took it back, and now we decided to take other administrative actions in respect of that file. And that is already in motion.
Okay. Another issue again, give it well, again, a lot of people ask you down there, Mr. Go ask you down there, the SLBC issue with, I mean, Joseph Kapua. What you would say about that?
So SLBC is a very interesting case. Allegations were made against Kapua that he and his team embezzled a lot of money. We went in, just like how they say, nobody know they're above the law.
Yeah.
We investigate every issue of corruption when it comes to our attention. We investigated the Kapua issue, and we found out that indeed there were serious concerns with the administrative setup of the place.
Okay.
Okay? So because, for example, like election, they can get 2 billion for buy cameras, for revamp the place. They actually bought the cameras, but they did not follow certain processes that leading to the buying of the camera because of administrative ineptitude.
Okay.
You understand? So basically, what we do now, for first of all, get back to the Minister of Information and say, okay, we don't look at her. It's not the kind of corruption that they are saying, like somebody take money, thief, and now go bills, go to no. It's more failures of administrative responsibility, which we believe can be solved by a change of leadership. And we recommended a change of leadership, and the president has said. That is why Joseph Kapua has been removed from SLBC.
So now go back and look how then procurement and they all happen and deep into it.
Oh yes, we do that now. But we want another person for day in leadership. Why is that now they happen? We do what we call systems and processes review for make policy recommendations, then to waiting there for put in place or make sure say they can't there.
In other words, then step aside whilst I do the investigation?
Well, let the leadership wise to complete the
Why not in the case of Paran Tarawally?
I don't tell you, say the president said they take action in the case of Paran Tarawally. What more do you want me to say?
All right. So is it that the president...
Joseph Kapua, I'm not Pulam, not the president Pulam.
So is when I'm looking at advice and say, Paolo, investigate someone before you get another position?
You see, DJ Bays, listen, the presidency is a very powerful office. Okay?
Okay.
And I've told you, it is currently occupied by a man I have enormous respect for. Not just because he's president, but I have enormous respect for his intellect and his administrative ability.
Okay.
Okay? It might not be as easy as you see it when you are sitting down on the outside. You think it's just easy to take people out, do Komoyanda, new policy candidate and things like that. He's in a very difficult position. For me, Ben Kaifala, believe in this man.
Okay.
And I know he will take action.
You nothing say the Ambogi war?
So sometimes I don't need for what president you get for policeman come on the office, bring other person. No, it means I am trying to dictate to a president of a nation what to do. I am trying to usurp his role.
Okay.
And I've always said in interviews and where they go. And most times that is what the public wants me to do. That is what journalists want me to say. But listen, at the end of the day, this man was voted for by 100% of the population of Sierra Leone. Whether you voted against him, it is your problem. When you voted against him, you were voting for him as long as he won. You understand?
Yeah.
He is the one, he is the CEO of Sierra Leone. The anti-corruption commissioner can play his part, but I don't have to dictate to him every step of the way what to do. He's a very reasonable man, he's a great intellectual, and a fantastic administrator.